Welcome, thanks for checking out the Check Engine Light podcast. I am Jim, joined as always by Marty.
What
After you say
up?
something, there you go.
I was just checking my mic. Everything's good though.
All right, and Randy.
Roger that. Check one, check two.
You did a better job than he did.
Yeah. Kind of shit the bed right there, didn't I?
Yeah, and we are here to determine whether your ride is the tits or the shits. Before we get into it, start looking at some nonsensical vehicles. Take a second to introduce ourselves. I am Jim. You may know me from Suplex City Limits podcast. My first car was a 1963 Pontiac Tempest, which I bought for $300 at the auto auction I worked the food court at. So that was my first car. Current car, 2014 Ford Police Interceptor Utility. There's no way to say that without sounding like a cock.
Absolutely.
Police Interceptor Utility.
Yeah. Does that come with the aviator sunglasses or no?
Comes with mace that you fucking mace
Built-in
BLM
riot
people
shield
with.
and full-on porn mustache.
Yeah, dude. I was trying to grow a mustache, but I don't know.
He's trying to
get the
change his name to
aviators.
Ron over there.
So, go to Marty. What was your first car, dude?
My first car, I don't even want to say. It was a Cavalier. It was a Pandalier, actually. It was the ones with the shitty fucking plastic bumpers, and it was white, so it was kind of like a fleet vehicle. I've come a long way since then. Maybe not. I drive a Ford F-150 like the rest of America, I guess. And it's got
to me
the
like you
Eco Boost.
downgraded there, bud.
It's all right. It's a four-door. I guess it gets the job done.
It's brand new though.
Yeah, it's a 2019, but I'm already having issues with the transmission. This is a known issue with all of them. It's either it needs to be programmed or it needs just to be pulled the fuck out of that truck because I fucking hate it. Quick
Or
fact:
replaced with a Chevy.
the Chevy uses the same transmission, so you wouldn't even. There's nowhere to run from this damn transmission. Quick fact about this: it's the same powertrain that's going to be on the new Bronco, or at least a bigger powertrain. So good luck with the transmissions on those things.
They all have something. Mine has the internal water pump. So if the water pump breaks down, you have about a minute to turn off the motor before it just sends coolant and water and shit all through the entire motor.
Does it say
Yeah.
anything like that? Like, does it even
Cha-ching.
warn you?
No, it's just a problem. It's like, why would you put the water pump deep inside of the fucker? And no one knows. Ford knows.
Ford
But,
knows what they're doing, I guess.
yeah.
Whatever.
Randy Batts.
Yes, sir.
What was your first car?
I had a 1978 Cutlass Supreme. All black, red interior, red top, 350 rocket, 400 turbo training. Oh, it was beautiful.
He actually had a cool car for his
I actually had a
first car.
fucking cool car.
Can I
Right.
butt in and say yes? He's from Michigan. I don't think he's from Detroit though.
No, not even close.
Taco Supreme, Cutlass Supreme. Yeah, dude. My '63 Pontiac was cool too. It was a four-door, but it was gold, and it was a fucking cool first car. So, but yeah. So there's a little bit about us.
Yeah, you guys had really good first cars. What the hell?
Yeah. But we'll get into it. We'll see what we like. What are some general ones, dude? I hate donks. I love flip-up headlights, GMF bodies, ducktail spoilers, station wagons, black with the chrome lip.
I think that about covered it.
Yeah, that covered everything. That
The only,
covered
the only thing we hate are donks, though.
yeah, I think the only thing we hate are donks, and I hate drop trucks. Unless it's like a
Mini
pro
truck.
street truck or a mini truck that like deserves to be dropped and looks awesome. But I hate like these new 2019, 2018 trucks that they just cut the springs and they just go bouncing around everywhere. I hate those, and they're everywhere around here in South Texas. So I'm not even trying to have those around me. They're just disgusting. But that's my take on those. I don't know how you guys feel on drop trucks.
I like them. But if you're listening on the Suplex City Limits channel, that's cool. But you could check this out on YouTube and actually see the cars we're talking about. So maybe do that. Throw us a subscribe while you're over there. But let's start it off. I'm going to start you guys off
What
with this
the
one here.
shit balls is this, buddy?
Yeah. What do you guys think? General thoughts about this before we get around to voting? And
Just no.
I do believe that is a Cavalier.
Yeah.
I think it still has the badge on the corner though. Side skirts, so Z24.
I'm not gonna lie. I honestly wanted like a fucking Z24 Cavalier because when I was in high school and I had my Cavalier, there was a homeboy who had a Z24 Cavalier that was a 6-speed, and I just wanted the shit out of that car. Now I look back at it,
I'm glad you didn't get it.
I'm glad I didn't get it, but Jesus Christ, look at this thing. I'm just gonna describe it.
Well, no, they see it. They see it or fuck them.
Yeah, they see it or fuck them, I guess.
Yeah,
but
that's
Jesus
what I say.
Christ.
Yeah, there's no.
I
Let's
mean,
not penalize the people on YouTube for the sake of the people who are listening. This is one of those square body Z24s, though.
I'm not gonna. Okay, everyone has to say at least one nice thing about this. I
am struggling to finish the rest of the sentence.
I mean, it's got the front end of a 57 Chevy and the back of a 57. That's cool. But
I mean,
it's attached to a Cavalier, so I don't know why you do that.
The body panels
Everything
look
in
like
between.
they fit good. I mean, they actually made everything fit correctly. At least that, you know what I mean? But
This is like buying tits for your wife who's 45 and had 3 kids. Like, you could put nice tits on it, but why? Really? It's kind of a waste of time.
you
want
to know?
Equivalent of putting squeak toys in the tits.
I like that it says stand up on the cowl hood and it's a front wheel drive. Like, this thing is never gonna get up off the
Is that what it's supposed to be? Or I was thinking it was probably and would gladly stand up next to you know, that's what I was thinking. Good Lord. So it's probably has the Z24 motor. I almost wish we had a shot of the back, but and why does it sit so high? Are those big ass fucking rims? They look like probably 18s or 19s or something.
Yeah, there's oh my god.
Is it off road? Maybe it's got 4-wheel drive. We don't know.
Oh my god, Jim! Why would you hit us with this one to begin with? I feel like
right off the bat.
Right off the bat.
I just picked one. So I just don't know. Like, a lot of these, the reoccurring theme is why, you know, and like, who has the means? Even if I had some cockamy idea, I don't really have the means to make it happen. You know, so like, how much money do you spend doing this? You know, we know people. I'm not gonna out them, but Randy and I know people who spend ungodly amounts of money on fucking dumb cars.
Yeah. I don't know these people like this, but Jesus Christ, I'd be ashamed to know these people if they did things like this. Like, who in their right mind owns, you know, a Cavalier of that year and says, you know what, I'm gonna go and do this to it.
Yeah.
I know you can't do that with one stimulus check, so that's.
I was thinking about blindsiding Randy with pictures of people's cars that he knows, just to see how he would react. Like, would he bury him on here or not?
Is that
or
my
be like,
shit, or?
That's a pretty cool vehicle, I guess. All right, so let's get around to it.
But sorry, guys.
Yeah, let's get to it here. Marty, tits or shits?
This is shits, bro. Really big shit. This is really big shit. Oh my god.
Randy, what do you think? Shits, tits?
Well, Jim, I think I'm gonna have to agree with Marty on this one. It's definitely shits.
It's the shits. I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn because you know.
The American in you is fucking rooting for it. That 57 Chevy.
Deep-rooted rednecks just screaming for it.
I love the front and back of a 57. That's cool. And I actually wouldn't mind if it was like a cherry version of that Cavalier Z24. So really, I don't know.
Would you be able to tell if it was, though?
Well, I don't know, dude.
I think I'm gonna have whoever did the fabrication, though, it looks seamless.
I think I'm gonna have to be the opposite. I think I'm gonna say tits, dude.
So you would drive this, like, you would seriously take yourself seriously, get in this car and drive to work every day.
You think he dailies it? I don't think he does.
I think he does. I mean, if it's a Cavalier, he has to daily that shit because I don't know. It's just.
Well, if he dailies it, I imagine it's just, short drives to Walmart anyways. So
Why is it gotta be Walmart? Short drives to AutoZone.
Why would
I
it be
guess.
anything else?
There you go. So we got the 2 for shits, 1 for tits. So I guess that's the shits. Let us know what you think in the comments.
Yeah.
Next in line, I've sent over. We have a Honda Accord pickup conversion.
I think I'm a lean Civic.
It says Civic in the back, which is weird.
Oh, is it a Civic?
Yeah.
Could be the rear end of a Civic.
I think this is like the early
gen for sure.
What do we? You have any general thoughts on this one?
I'm just gonna go right out ahead of everybody and say I like this.
Yeah, it's pretty sweet, dude. I don't know why you would do it, but it makes you wonder why Honda wasn't making little trucks this whole time.
Yeah, no, definitely. I like this. I like this a lot, actually. This is something I'm not ashamed to say I like that.
The cab, like the box to follow the line of the front, is really low, but like the part, the seating cabin looks really tall on the rest of it. But overall, it's not bad.
It's not bad. It reminds you of. I mean, why didn't Honda make trucks? During those times, it's all like the only major Japanese people making trucks. I think those years are what Toyota, Mitsubishi, Datsun, yeah.
Nissan. Even Chevy got in with the Love. But I fucking like Chevy Loves. I don't think I have any of those. Maybe we'll get to Chevy Loves eventually. But yeah, mini trucks are awesome. So I'm gonna start you off. I'm gonna say that's tits.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you and say that's tits. It's like the color and everything just looks perfect. I think even if that shit was like in primer, I think it would still look good.
Yeah, I'm with it. But Randy Betts,
I'm gonna agree as well. It's definitely tits.
There we go. Our first
Can't go
ever
wrong with a truck conversion.
Yeah, our first ever fucking clean sweep for tits.
We're gonna need to frame this one. Jesus
It's been
Christ.
unanimous.
Everything's coming up tits today, boys. You got yourself here a Ford Country Squire station wagon with the wood side. This car, I feel like, is driven by the kind of guy who not only excessively tells his children that they were created in the back of it, he forces them to watch as he recreates it.
Here, little Jimmy, hold my beer. I'm gonna show you how it's doing.
Every time you go in the car, he's like, you're made back there. You're like, yeah, Dad.
The stain's still there.
And every year on your birthday, well, 9 months before your birthday, he takes you outside and makes you watch fucking your mom.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love wagons. I'm gonna say I love wagons. I don't like the negative stigma that you just put on them. That might change my fucking stance on them. But
I love station wagons too, but this is pushing it. These things are fucking awful.
I mean, the Country Squires are awesome. I mean, I would love a Grand Marquis in this year as well. They're also big fucking American boats, but I don't know. I just can't. A wagon's a wagon unless it's like that random Regal one, the new one, the Cross X or whatever.
Awesome.
But I don't know. I'm a wagon lover. I know that Randy's impartial to those things, so I don't know.
Yeah, I'm like right on the fence with this one. It could go either way.
I wonder if this one has the carbon
hate
monoxide
it, but I don't
seat.
love it.
No, the carbon monoxide seat looking back.
Yeah, where you just like see where you've been.
You can't really zoom in enough to look at the back seat.
I had a Chevy Caprice wagon that had the carbon monoxide seat back there.
So you had a Chevy Caprice wagon?
Yeah, I had a 1979 Chevy Caprice wagon. Two-tone green, like bright green and regular green. Everything inside was green. The steering wheel, the dash, the seats, the carpet, the headliner. Everything was green. It had dual fuel tanks too.
What I want to know, okay.
Sounds very green.
I'm getting off topic. I'm getting off topic of this picture, but what I want to know is that white car in the back, why does it have a spoiler, and is that a factory option on that white car in the back? I don't know if you know.
Oh, yeah. What is that? It's like a, I don't know. It's hard to say. Some kind of fucking Japanese car. I don't think that spoiler goes on there, dude.
It looks a little small.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah. I'm gonna go and I have to say this is probably tits. I'll give it tits.
I'm gonna let Randy go. Randy go next on this one. See what he says.
I already did. I'm in the middle. It's a 50-50.
You're in the middle?
Nah, this
It's
is
not quite
yeah.
a solid
This
shit,
is-
but
this
it's
isn't-
definitely not diarrhea.
This
That's all
isn't
I'm
tits and shits. It's not tits with shits. It's tits or shit. So we
Yeah.
gotta.
Yeah.
It's
To
like
determine whether
shits
your
of
car is
tits.
the tits or shits or
This isn't 2 girls 1 cup. We need to know if this is fucking tits or shits.
Well, it's a Ford, so it's automatically going in the shit category. There you go.
Wow.
Oh, you're using that against us, huh? Okay. I'm giving it a tits. It's a wagon. I'm
Yeah.
partial to them. I love those things. So
We strike it through with a tits. Very good. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think of this here. This is a Chevy Nova. Looks kind of like, pretty much a drag car. It's got big slicks on the back. But it is rigged up like a semi.
Semi, yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, it's got semi front wheels. It's got the sun thing over the fucking top of the windshield.
I was wondering what
And
the
the
hell
lights
that
too
was.
to match.
Yeah, it's very fucking weird, right?
I mean, it has a chin splitter, so I mean that's race, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That's
I'm trying to figure out, I guess maybe this guy's a trucker or something. It's got the USA plates on there, that's for sure.
does it? I don't see that. Oh yeah, that's a flag.
These colors don't run. Yeah, it's pretty good, man. I don't know. I guess I don't have a lot of comments about this. It doesn't really,
This one doesn't really draw a response from me. I just want to know, is that top like velvet or like a velour or or is it like a like just a flat black?
Or like a matte black. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe it's
Probably
even leather.
leather.
Well, I mean,
I only
Judge-
believe in two materials in this world, and that's leather and cotton.
Jesus Christ. I don't know, man.
The official car of picking up cheap porno mags at a truck stop, 4 a.m.
This car screams cheeseburgers and hot dogs. I don't know why, but I feel like there's just lots of cheeseburger and hot dog wrappers just thrown around the backseat of this thing.
I feel like a lot of uppers, a lot of no-dos, a lot of 5-hour energies fucking rattling around on the floor.
I don't know. The only thing that it needs is those side pipes should have been stacks.
Yeah, well, where would you put them that it wouldn't look like complete shit, though?
I mean, honestly, would it matter?
Maybe the side pipes go down the side and then come up behind the door there. That'd be kind of cool, maybe.
That would
Yeah.
work. The only thing that really throws it off for me on this, like this would be a pretty awesome looking car, like even with those side stacks and like the lights on top and everything. If just that front wheel just throws me off.
I would have
How
went
much
from bigger front chrome. You know how like the super just flat, really chromed, big fucking semi bumper? That would have looked good on there. Get rid of that splitter on the bottom.
Fucking cow catcher.
Yeah.
That would have been great. One of those would have been great, but I'm gonna give this one a. I'm gonna do an early submission for this one and say this one's a shit. I don't like it.
Wow. I'm gonna go the opposite. I'm gonna say this thing's tits.
America,
Yeah,
fuck
dude.
yeah!
I think I as well will also claim this is, in fact, tits. Because it's a
Yes.
fucking Nova. You can't go wrong.
Turning Novas into semis.
You know what Nova means in Spanish?
No, I
Enlighten
did
us,
not.
sir.
Doesn't go. Nova.
Novas.
That's why those cars don't sell good in Mexico.
Supernova.
At least in the 80s.
Keeping with the intergalactic, here we've got a Chevy Astro that has been converted into a truck.
Correction, you have half of a Chevy Astro.
Yeah, well, yeah, 3/4 of a Chevy Astro. interesting. My father, my whole fucking childhood and shit, he was Astro and Safari crazy. He would have two Astros or Safaris at a time for years on end. He always had one. He'd bring a better one home and get rid of a shitty one. He had a real fascination with them. I almost rolled one in a winter storm on a highway. I went into a ditch at like 65 miles an hour. It was fucking, my life flashed before my eyes.
Were you disappointed?
We didn't do shit, yeah.
My mom had a cargo van, Safari edition. It was pretty tits.
Yeah. I realized that I wasted a lot of time in my life playing video games with you fuckers instead of doing shit, you know.
This looks like Randy got a hold of it at his job. You know what I mean?
At least the bottom part of it, anyways.
Is that? I feel like it's all bed lined. Is that all bed liner?
On the bottom, I would say so. Yeah, I would say so. It sure looks like it.
I even feel like that gray's bed line, and I don't know if that hood's open.
That might just be the graininess of it.
Well, yeah. What's with the hood, right? So you got all this going on, but you can't close the hood the right way.
I like this thing, man.
Yeah.
I've always had a fascination with these vans, a fascination with them at least. You know how they come all-wheel drive and shit like that. So I mean, they're pretty nice. I mean, I don't know. The crossover killed everything, I guess.
I think that's Primer, the gray.
I'm trying to see. I think it has like a texture, or it's either the picture's grainy or it has a texture because they even did
definitely grainy.
Well, yeah, man. What do you want? I think it's Primer. I think they're gonna paint this, and maybe we'll have to look and find an updated picture of it. But I don't know. It looks pretty sweet, dude. So what do we think, boys?
Tits.
I'm gonna have to
definitely tits.
I have to go back on my. You can't go wrong with a truck conversion because I just think this one's the shits.
Really, I'm gonna go with tits. So the Chevy Astro pickup gets sent through as tits.
Those torque thrusts made the van. I think the torque thrust. If it didn't have torque thrust, it would have changed my mind. But torque thrusts work on everything, so that's why it got the tits for me.
Oh yeah, man! You can't go wrong with those fucking rims at all. Let's see here. Let's move on. Oh, I've got so much stupid shit for you guys. What do you think about this? This is a late 90s Dodge Avenger.
Oh.
Before they turned the Avenger into a shitty four-door. I always thought that was weird, right? It was like, this is a Dodge Avenger, and it's just a four-door econ car.
I actually had a friend who had one of these, but it was the Eagle version.
Oh, it was the Eagle Talon? Or no, the Eagle Tribute?
Was it a Tribute?
Is that what they were called?
Let me see.
Vision? Eagle Vision?
Eagle Vision sounds pretty close.
Yeah, I think the Eagle... well, those were like Dodge Intrepids, though, weren't they?
They were like Dodge Intrepids, but...
They were more like Intrepids, yeah.
Yeah, I think they were more like the Intrepids because that's the Avenger. But I mean, I don't know how I feel about this.
In a 4-cylinder and a 6-cylinder. The 6-cylinder only available automatic. You know, because I don't fucking know why. You get a 2-liter Chrysler inline 4 or the Mitsubishi designed 2.5 V6. The 4-speed was coupled to a 5-speed or with a transmission that's shared with the Talon and the Eclipse, or a 4-speed automatic. The V6 was only available with an automatic transmission.
So you could have gotten basically a bigger bodied Eclipse with the other one, with the 4-cylinder and a 6-speed or a 5-speed, I think.
Yeah,
that would have been way better. But I don't like Dodge.
Just a whole. Holy shit.
No, I don't like Dodge as a whole. As far as like Dodge after 89, I think, or 85, I don't like Dodge. Anything before that, it's pretty good. But I'm gonna say shits. I don't know. I can't say anything nice about this car.
Yeah, he's gonna go in shits. Randy.
It's a two-door sports car, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, a little
V6. I think they did offer this one in an RT.
They did offer an RT. Yeah, it's not bad looks wise, right? I mean, it doesn't look terrible.
If you're gonna give it to your kid for like a first car, I think this would be pretty
Yeah,
tits.
no,
But
it's not. Nah.
if I were to personally just set out and buy it, I'd without the RT, I'm gonna have to say shits.
He's going shits. Marty goes shits. I'm gonna go shits as well. Yeah, maybe if it was the RT, but just the standard one, I'm gonna go with shits. So
Unanimous.
take a look here. We have the new Camaro, which
Oh
Randy,
my
which we all know,
God.
Randy fucking hates. But this one here has.
They
You know,
made
man,
it better.
What if I put the front end of this on the rear end? What if I did two front ends?
Did they swap it? Maybe they put the rear end on the front.
I think they just put the grill on the. They put the grill in the front clip on the back of the car.
Hmm.
Okay, what do you think? Okay, this is my made up backstory for this car and the owner. Do you think maybe he could have gotten into like a bumper to bumper crash where they ruined his tail end, and he just miraculously had a front end around, so it was cheaper to put in the front end on the back than actually fix the rear end?
No,
I don't know.
I think this guy was just up smoking meth for days on end, and he just got the idea. And I think this is brought to you by meth.
Brought to you by meth. I feel like you would find some meth or crack residue in there. No meth.
Look, has a lot of bad decisions in this world are inspired by meth. Yeah, I don't really get what the point of it is.
And I want to say it might be a Photoshop, but
it could be. It may not even be real.
It may not even be real, but who took the time to Photoshop this? Like, who takes the time to do this? Like, usually when people Photoshop
What are
something,
you
it's
really doing with your life right now where you're like, I want to see what this looks like and fail miserably?
Well, I mean, it can't look any worse than what it already looks like. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
I like the new Camaros, personally, even though you can't see anything out of them.
They're the worst visibility having cars. I mean, I like the new Camaros as like a platform and as like it's not a Mustang, but it could have been so much better, but I'm gonna leave it at that. It could have been so much better.
Yeah. So, what do you think, guys?
I don't have to think. I already instantly know it's shit.
Did you even have to ask? Because this is shit, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I tried to not pick things that we would all just say is the shits, but yeah, I don't know. I would not expect anybody in this world to say tits to that. You talked about the Camaro as a platform, and we have in conversation talked before about how they should use the Camaro platform to do special cars, to do a Chevelle run for 5 years, a Nova, etc. Here somebody this is a fantasy design of a Chevy Nova.
I like it. I don't hate it. It's amazing-ish. It could be good. I see them doing good things, maybe smaller than a Camaro. A little smaller than a Camaro, and maybe like a Turbo 6 on this would be awesome. If they made it happen, you know what I mean? Something to kind of...
They've designed this. This is obviously a fantasy design, but designed off the Camaro. But maybe the rear end just a little more.
It's a little funky.
I think it looks cool.
Too much girth in the rear. I mean, it's not always a bad thing, but with this car, I'd say it.
You don't like a fat ass?
I love a fat ass. I'm just saying, in this particular scenario,
there's just too much going on.
There's definitely too much junk in that trunk.
I was thinking I would like the back window flared a little more to get that classic Nova. Look, it's got it, but not quite.
Yeah, it just needs to be a little bit skinnier, like Randy said in the back. There's too much girth back there, but I think this would work. Like I said, a turbo 6 setup would be good, or a 4-cylinder setup, and just a little bit smaller than the current Camaro would be awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know about those wheel choices.
They even did the lower, like the kind of covered wheel well in the back that the Nova had. That's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Oh
Very
yeah,
subtle.
I just noticed that. That's actually pretty good, and they actually kind of, I don't know if you noticed, it has like that little flare as well.
Right. And this little window in the back of Novas. My friend had a 74 Nova, but that little window in the back, you could roll it down.
Right. You're definitely not rolling that one down.
Well, no. But yeah, it looks like it. You know what it does have on the back? One of my favorite things. DuckTales. Woo!
DuckTales spoilers. You can never go wrong with those things. They make everything look better. I think they just work.
You can't put a spoiler on an old Nova. It's impossible. But this one works.
How is it impossible?
Like the old Nova, the way that the back end goes. No, you can't put a spoiler on a Nova. Terrible.
It looks weird. Okay.
I think it does.
I hadn't paid attention. The only time I've seen a Forza or put seen a spoiler on a fucking Nova is on Forza.
Yeah.
But that works, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with tits on this one.
Yeah. I'm gonna go tits as well.
And
Hey Jim.
I think
Well, I'm gonna let Randy go. Sorry, I cut you off right there.
that's kind of like how this process works, but definitely potential to be fucking super tits. So I'm gonna have to say tits. Maybe we'll get something come to fruition.
Now this is a guy. It says the name on the top of the window there. It's not exactly legible. I'll find him and plug him. He actually on Instagram he does tons of car designs, and a lot of them are really fucking cool, like that one. So, do you want to stick with Novas? I have no idea if this was a concept or or what we're dealing with here. But we have a Nova 2-door station wagon.
I like it. It looks like they did that rear end looks familiar, like I've seen it on another car before.
Kind of looks like a fucking rear end of a Pinto.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, it looks familiar, but not. Maybe a Gremlin.
Maybe a Chevette. Who knows?
Maybe. I like it. I'm not. I mean, what is this? What is this? Is this called a shooting brake design, basically?
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's a 2-door station wagon. I think that's what they call shooting brakes.
Oh, like the Nomad. Yeah, the Nomad
Yes.
is the first one I think of that I think of when I think of it. Or the old Suburbans were a 2-door too, but that was more of a truck. Anyway, this thing is pretty crazy. 2-door wagons are kind of, you see a lot of people doing them. You sent the other day that guy who's building a Hellcat one, right?
Yeah, he's building a Hellcat, basically a Magnum, a Charger Magnum. I don't know if you remember those old things from Dodge. It was basically a station wagon with the 5.7 liter Hemi, and they also had the SRT Magnums. But I guess the guy just had the idea to kind of mix one of those with a Charger Hellcat, but it's going to be 1,000 horsepower, and he's working on the wide body kit as well. So I'm hoping for that thing to catch the eye of Dodge and have them put out something so we can see them. But it hopefully finishes it and it looks good. It already looks kind of good. So
this Nova though, man. The more I look at this Nova, like look how big the front end is. It looks so fucked up, actually.
It
looks like the
front back end.
It looks weird, dude. It's definitely some kind of a Photoshop. I'm sure. I don't know.
That trim piece too. I think the missing trim piece
completely out of place.
Yeah.
I think it is just that.
We've only got 3 feet of chrome. Where do you want to put it?
We'll put it on the side of this fucking door. I don't know. I'm gonna say shits on this one. I've been hit or miss, but this is shits definitely.
Yeah.
It could have
Across
been
the board then.
bigger.
Definitely shits.
He's got shits. I'm going shits. 3 shits?
3 shits for this shits.
I'm surprised for a wagon to get shits.
It just looks fucked. It's just like they really took a Pinto and put it on the back of a Nova or something. There's more hood than there is like rear end. It looks fucked, man.
Like Randy said, those 3 feet of chrome, chrome inside, he just didn't. Nope, that killed it for me.
Yeah,
just
well,
added that
looks
extra
like-
foot. I would have been great.
what is this you sent over here? This is the cars with the most speeding tickets in the last year.
I sent a list of cars with the most speeding tickets in the last year, and I just want you guys to take a look at these cars.
Yeah. Well, got number 10 is a 350Z. I could see most of these. I'm surprised there's not more pickups because those are the people I see speeding and acting like dicks all the time.
There's a 2500 right there. Those guys usually speeding everywhere, rolling coal.
Yeah.
Subaru WRX number 1. You don't see an STI on there, or maybe they just grouped in the STI with a WRX. You think they would do something like that?
If they didn't know the difference between the two, yeah.
Surprised there's no Audis on here.
I'm surprised there's no
They don't put people
BMWs or
up with Audis.
Mercedes.
Yeah, right. You'd think that'd be like the Beamer M5 or something. Just the yeah, that's interesting. G37? There's that many of those out there?
I don't know. This is just a random thing. I found this
12 years ago.
Is it 12 years? No, it's not 12 years ago. I don't know. I'm just sad that
I feel like the GTR would be on there.
I'm sad that the Hyundai Veloster's on here because I owned one of those, and you're not going anywhere speeding in that thing. So I don't know what the hell.
Did you have the nice one or the faster one? Isn't there a Veloster like turbo?
I had like the high end, the turbo one with the leather seats and the 6-speed, but it still was. I mean, it was 201 horsepower, so I wasn't going anywhere fast. I mean, it was smaller, but I don't know why that's on the list above a Dodge Challenger and a Charger. But I don't know. I guess
probably because it could get away faster than the Challenger, I'm guessing. I don't know. All that extra weight it's tossing around.
Why is the Dodge Dart ahead of them then? Or you know what, it's inversely listed, so maybe the cars on top are the ones that got caught more than the other ones.
Yeah, Dodge Dart seems very random to me.
Yeah, the Dodge Dart seems random, and the G37 is random. But I think maybe now that those are getting cheaper, it's easier to speed in those things. I don't know. Younger people are buying them.
I can almost guarantee these are all like 19 to 25-year-olds. So every one of these.
Yeah, probably. Moving on from that, I'm going to send you the AMC Eagle. Now, I have a lot of experience with the AMC Eagle. I spent a lot of time in my youth in one. One of my friends had one. It was his first
Mostly in the back seat.
Yeah, mostly in the back seat, Just S&Ds and stuff.
Hanging out with Mike and the boys.
But that's like when we didn't have anywhere to go because we all lived at home, so we just drove around in that car all night long, and smoked reefer and listened to metal, listened to Testament and shit. But yeah, what do you guys think? It's really clean.
It's clean as fuck.
Really clean. Why is it so high though? And I feel like
it's 4-wheel drive.
All-wheel drive, bud.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
Yes,
the original, really 4-wheel drive car. I believe these have the 318 Chrysler motor in them. I believe that was the case.
Jesus Christ.
Check that. But yeah, they're 4-wheel drive, dude.
I like the fender flares.
Right?
The pre-built ones.
Yeah, like it has like a flared out fenders. I feel like this would be like a great like Baja Bug project. Now that you said that it's all-wheel drive, I did not know these things were all-wheel drive. And
that's not all-wheel; it's 4-wheel.
4-wheel drive. Oh, actually, it's selectable.
Yeah, I believe they're selectable 4-wheel drive. I could be wrong on that. Let's see. The only 4-wheel drive passenger cars produced in the U.S. at the time. They were affordable cars offering comfortable ride and handling on pavement, together with superior traction in light off-road. Yeah. So. Let's see what I don't know what fucking motors they had in those things, but you notice the door handles though. Everything in them is shit, and everything breaks in them. Those door handles are one of the worst designs ever. Those are the kind you just like pull it and then one day it just breaks off in your hand.
The entire fucking handle will come off.
That's what I remember about his was just everything went to shit on it. You know, everything would break, everything would just be shit. The headliner started falling down. The door handles, you know, some were broken. You have to like fucking open them from inside or outside.
I'm really digging that interior. I'm not gonna lie. It has like that
The two-tone.
the two-tone, but it has like that smoking jacket insert in the middle, like leather on the outside. I kind of like that. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually pretty. I don't know. I'm gonna say this car is tits. I mean, you said it's 4-wheel drive. I like the fender flares. And this is a pretty clean, super clean car. I don't know who goes out and says I'm gonna, preserve this Eagle.
Oh, dude, I really like Eagles. That dude who it was his first car, he still really likes Eagles. I wouldn't be surprised if someday he fucking buys one. If I found a clean one, I wouldn't, and I was looking for something, I might buy it. Yeah, they're fucking sweet.
Have you been looking for cars? I know you said you wanted yourself like a weekend car.
Oh no, not really. No. I don't even have a garage. I have one parking spot.
No.
Oh no.
Jim, no one car.
The drivetrain consisted of a 258 cubic inch, 4.2 liter straight six.
And your mom.
With a 3-speed automatic transmission from Chrysler.
Oh my god, a 3-speed.
3 on the tree?
No, 3-speed automatic. This is 1980. They made them for quite a few years. Permanent 4-wheel drive system that employed a new process. Yeah, that had a transfer case and everything. So, dude, pretty fucking sweet, man. I remember we used to take that thing and just drive all over the place off-road with it. Dirt trails and shit like that. So
you're saying this car was before its time?
I would say it's before its time. And they made other versions of it. They got the 4-door, a 4-door wagon. They have a 2-door. They have like a sportier 2-door one. That's really cool looking. So, but yeah, what do you guys think?
Big tits. Big giant tits.
Big ol' honkers. I think this thing's awesome.
Yeah,
fully natural.
Big old tits.
Big Tigo bitties. This one's some Tigo bitties.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that as well. Because think of this. We have a newer Dodge Charger. Sour Patch Kids themed. Because I'm not sure why.
First they're sour, then they're sweet. I think this shit is just sour looking. Jesus Christ.
I feel like this is the paint theme you would put on your car if it was a donk.
Well, I mean, it does look like it has some big fucking rims on there. But it is not a donk.
It's nowhere near.
I like Sour Patch Kids and shit, but I don't like Sour Patch Kids
much.
that
much. I like candy, but I'm not gonna like. Okay, do you feel like he's getting any money whatsoever from Sour Patch, or he just like, you know what, I'm gonna go with Sour Patch and we'll see what happens?
I mean, there's something about this car sitting here that looks unnatural. It looks like it's photoshopped into this street, doesn't it?
I think
at
that
least
would be
with the underglow.
Yeah, I think the underglow is actually causing that effect. I want to say this is from Houston because there's like I don't want to sound like that. I've lived in Houston. I don't want to sound like that, but I've seen so many cars in Houston with like there was what is this called? A Caprice. One of those bubble body Caprice, like a 95, 96 Caprice over there that had a Reese's paint job on it that I remember vividly every time passing by this smoke shop, and it was parked outside. So I don't know, man. Yeah, it was a Reese's Chevy Caprice it was a donk as well.
I'm not surprised with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I like the Dodge Chargers, and this is a Scat Pack. I don't know why you would do this to a Scat Pack.
People do a lot of bad shit to these Chargers, man. A lot of people without taste seem to buy these things. I'm not sure why. My mom had one for a while. She didn't fuck with it, though. Yeah. She just left it alone.
Did
So
you
it was
have like
fun.
like a scat pack, or did you have like a GT or like one of the all-wheel drive ones, or
She had the Hemi, just like the regular Hemi
just
one.
the 5.7 liter, just the regular ones? I mean, those
Yeah.
are still
God,
nice.
heavy.
Gotta hit me. I know when I was looking at one of those, they had like the line lock. The scat packs had line lock and shit like that, and like selectable power ranges.
As four-door family sedans do, I guess.
let's put line lock on this 4-door and just like, hey kids, we're fucking we'll launch it at $4,000 and we'll see what happens.
That's Dodge's whole thing at this point. They just go, you never go full retard. They've just gone full retard with everything. They're just like, what if we put 1,000 horsepower fucking crazy motor into a Jeep? Because isn't that coming, the Jeep Hellcat, or is that out now?
They have the Jeep Trackhawk.
The Trackhawk, that's what it is.
That was based on the Grand Cherokee, though. But I do think the Trailhawk was the one where they built on the Wrangler.
Yeah, the Trailhawk's gonna be the Wrangler one.
Oh yeah, there you go. So what do we think, boys, on the Sour Patch Kids Dodge Charger?
Personally, I think with the normal paint job, this car would be tits. But I think they just shit all over it. That's all I can say. It's shits now. It's shits now.
It's shits now. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Randy. It is shits now. Yeah, nah.
It was all right, but they made it shit. I mean, they wrapped it with neon green and shit.
I think they basically turned it into a Sour Patch car, because when you look at the car, it's fucking sour. It's fucking sour. Just like, but I bet you drive it and it'll be sweet because it's got the 6.4 liter. It's got a 392. It'll be fast, but when you look at it, it's sour as fuck. So I'm gonna say shit. This thing is shit.
That's a pretty in-depth thinking right there, man.
I had to break it down for you guys. That's just, I had to just turn it into something like that. But yeah, they really destroyed this car, so it's shit.
This one will be, obviously, where I don't see us going shits, but this is the brand new Z, the 400Z from Nissan. And it looks fucking tits.
I'm going to give that a big old 10-4 on the titties there.
Yeah, it was more just like for us to talk about it. Really. What do you have to say? The comparisons are already out there, the Supra and the 400Z, and as we are plebes who will never own either, I look forward to both of them being in future racing games so that we can race them against each other.
Yeah. So from what I read, what I was looking up, the 350Zs actually, they're moving this up to kind of compete with the Supra, so it's no longer going to be in the price ranges with the Miata and the FRS or the 86 or the BRZ or any of those little cars. It's going to be a direct Supra competitor. So they're saying it's going to start at 45, and it can go all the way to 53,000.
I've said for a long time now, if I was looking for just a fun car to drive on the weekends and shit, the 350Z, you can get a nice 350 or a 370 even, with pretty low miles for a good price, especially 350s. And that's just a fun ass little car. But this thing, yeah, is definitely a notch up from that. And it's funny because they kept making, they were making 370Zs this whole time, and they would change nothing on them.
No, and people are still buying them.
Yeah. 6-speed manual transmission is standard. 7-speed automatic probably offered.
They're saying that it's going to come with a base of 300 horsepower from the 3-liter. That's actually from the Infiniti Q60 car that they have right now.
It's not 4-liter.
Twin turbo V6.
It's going to be a 3-liter. Yeah, twin turbo V6. They're saying that the Nismo might get 400 horsepower though.
Okay, it's a 3-liter, but it's 400 horsepower.
Yeah, so they're saying that the base is 300 horsepower, and then the Nismo, when that comes out, it's going to be probably bumped up to 400 horsepower, which would be good, which I see them doing because the Supra also has the 2.0, and then it's also going to have the 6. So there's going to be 2 different cars that Supra makes. One thing I really like what they did here is right off the bat they said the 6-speed manual is standard transmission for it, and they didn't do it like the Supra where you're stuck with an auto, and that's all you get.
Well, that was kind of the BMW aspect of that, though.
It looks pretty good. So in the past, they went off the liters, right? The 350 had the 3.5, the 370 had the 3.7. So now they're going on horsepower. I suppose you're not going to go up liters. So, but yeah, it looks tits. And what is the Supra priced at right now? Are they similar then?
I think it's going to be a similar price because the Supra starts at also like 40 some. Let me.
Do we like the new Supra as well? I do.
I like it, but that whole, and I know you guys are probably going to talk shit on me, but the whole not having a manual transmission on a Toyota Supra is kind of like, that kind of kills it.
You can't get one?
No, not at all.
Not even.
Oh, that's foolish.
Well,
Why?
the Supras
Why
are
would
starting
you do
around 50. That's what I got here.
that? I mean, I know a lot of people don't like
yeah, they start off at
paddles
50.
and shit, but for me, I mean, like, dude, fuck it. If you get paddles, I don't give a fuck about it. Or if I get some kind of auto, fake manual auto thing without a clutch, I mean, I'd be happy with that. But I guess some people like clutches and so on.
I miss having my 6-speed car, but I like having a truck because it's usable.
Well, or until you're in fucking, it's fun on like out on roads where you're downshifting and shit, but when you're in traffic and you're moving forward and you're putting it in gear and you're moving one car length and you're stopping, like, fuck.
Yeah, that happened to me
It's
before.
a bit much.
Yeah,
then it's a fucking nightmare.
But
or giant hills and you're like, gotta fucking do the clencher to try to get it going up this big ass hill.
You break it loose, you break it loose.
Fucking just drop the clutch at $4,000. You'll be fine. It's all good. Just let it happen.
Used to drive around my 67 Galaxy, had a 3 on the tree. And it's just like, I remember just death pulling up get on some road and it stoplight right at the top of the precipice of a giant hill. Like, dude, I got a 3-speed on the tree, fucking 1967 tech under this thing, and I'm gonna get this bitch rolling up this big hill. Thing weighs like, I don't know, 2 tons or whatever the fuck.
But that shit builds character, doesn't it?
No, I mean, I know how to drive fucking stick. That's for sure. That was the first one I ever owned with a stick too. Was a 3 on the tree.
I've never driven 3 on the tree. I'm gonna say that.
Fucking fun.
It's awkward as fuck.
I like it when you go like the full down to third and you go like that whole. It just feels good when you shift between gears in there. I don't know, something about it.
Just pulling it, just like grabbing it, just like, just fucking.
It's like a foot of travel. Just feels good. It feels manly. Feels
yeah, manly. I mean, I like having the column shift. Do you have a column shift on your Explorer? Oh no, wait, I'm calling it Explorer, but it's an excuse me.
Police interceptor utility.
On your police interceptor utility, do you have the column shift, or do you have the? Well, it's a cop car, so it probably has the column.
It's a column, yeah.
Yeah, there's something about putting that bitch in drive. I don't know. That's kind of satisfying still.
Even though it's all electronic, regardless, like you're just moving a stick. It's not really doing anything.
You're all chakunk, and you're like, yes, let's go, let's make it happen. But
fucking force feedback.
Yeah, not anymore. So yeah, I think it's roundly agreed. The 400Z is tits. How far? I don't know how far we are into this. I don't know. I don't know what you guys want to call it. Episode 1.
Let me see, because we started.
Maybe we should call it like episode 4, so that way people actually want to listen to the show, and they go back to listen to the first 3 episodes. They can't find them.
Like 4 episodes, and this is as good as it is. Fuck.
No, we're gonna call this episode 0, just so they can fucking
ground 0.
So I have here we have a Scion. It's like the boxy Scion, but it's almost got old school roadster tile fucking fenders and shit.
That's a fucking embarrassment.
I'm gonna say I don't hate it. I'm gonna come out of.
Yeah, no, I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. I don't hate it.
It reminds me of that one Chevy, the SSR. I like it. I mean, it could go places. It didn't go anywhere. It's a Scion. That does.
Yeah, it can go right in the fucking trash can where they designed these things for.
disposable cars.
Randy,
Toyotas, man, they last.
Drive it off the lot, it loses 97% of its value.
I don't know if that's true. Oh yeah, because they should have just called them fucking Toyotas, and that would have helped the resale instead of like make up this new brand and call them Scions.
But the new
for the United States.
But the new brand was to get younger people to buy those things because because instead of driving a Toyota, you want to be driving a Scion. Yeah, because that makes you feel younger, doesn't it?
They should have called it Kia.
So
people
was the
actually buy
Cadillac
those.
Terra, so.
Well, I mean,
Sure.
I kind of like what they did with Genesis. I mean, they turned a whole like one car into like a whole brand.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just taking off what they did with Viper. Like,
Oh,
oh
yeah.
yeah, it's good enough.
It's an SRT. You know what I mean?
I mean, the Genesis coupes were pretty dope though.
Genesis were good. I like those. I mean, because who wants to be driving around? You could be driving around in like the most luxurious $70,000, Genesis right now. But if it still had that Hyundai badge, you would not. You would not.
You still remember those like late '90s Excels where the doors would just fall off and shit.
Oh my god!
Although I do remember, fucking in high school, a dude, his mom had an Elantra that he was always driving. And it was like a 5-speed or whatever, but I remember ripping shit in that car and burning the tires off of it. So, I don't know.
I don't know. I think when you're in high school, shit just feels better because you just haven't, been around it too much, I guess.
Lack of experience, everything's better then.
It seemed fast to us. So what do we think here, boys? Marty?
I think 1 hour. Oh, wait, let me see. I've given it tits.
Nice, Randy.
Oh my god!
Right out the gate, I was with shit. So I mean, I'm gonna stick to my guns.
How does it feel to be on the wrong team? I'm going tits.
I can't be the only one.
I'm going tits.
I just don't think.
Oh, dude, what do we have here?
That's why
This is a Fiero turned into a fake Ferrari,
and also
a 4-wheel drive platform.
This can't be real. Like I feel like this is like a toy.
Oh, dude, no, somebody
really built this.
The motor's in the front. It's not in the back anymore. I'm going to tell you that.
Zoo. They just slapped that body up on there.
Imagine if there was the motor was still in the back, like the differential would be pointing straight up.
Look at those painted on fucking intakes, dude.
To make it look like the Testarossa.
I'm gonna say one thing. The guy who did the painting on intakes, he did a good job with the shadowing. Like I certainly shadowed it perfectly. I'm not gonna lie. Oh my god, Randy, where did you? Was this at your job, or this is just a picture you?
This was just out there in the world somewhere.
Dude, this is like when white trash win the lottery. You know?
My daddy gave me this Fiero. I'm gonna fix it up.
Yeah, dude. I was wondering, man, this Ferrari. People call him Ferrari. You probably think it's Ferrari. This is so wrong on so many levels.
Ferrari.
And I love fucking cars up on 4-wheel drive. Like I'm a sucker for that. If this was just a straight up Fiero, it would be tits. But the fact that it's a fake Ferrari, it's the shits all day. Twice on Sunday. Fuck this car.
Nothing says I like Busch Light and cocaine more than this fucking
Not even coke. No, not real coke. Coke is for people who own Ferraris. This is a fucking crack, shitty, dirty meth fucking car.
Oh my god.
This is like
with a sprinkle of
they have most of the rooms in their house are dark because they've taken all the light bulbs out to smoke meth out of them.
I never got how they smoke meth out of a light bulb. Like, how the hell, how do you do that?
You heat it up, and as it starts to melt, you roll it so that it keeps moving, and the smoke. Dude, don't.
You would know.
This sounds too
Damn, Grim.
I think you've been hiding something from us there, bud.
Damn it, Jim.
Listen to me guesting on the Inhuman Experience podcast last week. I talk about all kinds of crazy drug shit.
Just fucking freebasing.
Hey man, what are you gonna do?
You gotta smoke vapors, That's the easiest way.
I don't know, man. That's
You're not gonna give this tits, are you? Really?
That's shit. I'm not gonna give it tits. What's up? You should know me better than that.
Coerce him into changing his idea.
No, I bet Randy thinks this is shit.
I hate to say it, but I
does
actually
have deep white trash bloodlines.
I can appreciate the engineering in this one. I do like it.
I can appreciate the engineering, he says. The engineering on that right there, I tell you what, Sims Bush, I can tell you what, I love this car. My Ferrari 4x4.
It's a fucking Fiori. That taking Fieros and turning them into like other shit craze, because that was a craze at the time. Nobody wanted to actually keep them as Fieros. I think Fieros are dope.
I think they're cool. I mean, they should bring that back. Well, they kind of already did. They brought the Fiero back in 2020. They just put a fucking Corvette badge on it.
Jesus, can you imagine making that to
fucking
Fiero?
harsh.
Do you think that company who does who turns Camaros into like Firebirds and GTOs and shit, you think that you could get them to turn Corvette into a Fiero?
I want to pay extra.
God. If Randy won the lottery,
I was going to say that's real white trash wins the lottery shit right there.
I want to turn that Corvette right there into a Fiero, sir. Is that really what? I didn't ask for your input.
Just fucking do it.
Do it. Jesus Christ.
I definitely think it's tits, and I knew you guys were gonna go that way with it, and you're gonna say it's
because
shit.
we have fucking class standards.
So, to keep it going with that theme, I mean, I have to. I found this one. I think this might be more up your alley.
It would just be up anyone's alley.
What?
It doesn't even fit. Like, this isn't even. What is this, dude?
It's
is
a
this
Fiero.
real? Is this
I know
real?
you guys love Fieros just so much.
Is this
Dude, why
real?
are you giving us all of the worst Fieros? I like Fieros, but you're giving me the most bastardized, horrible versions of them.
Is this real? This can't be real. And it has like a wheelie bar, like a springed wheelie bar. What? No.
I don't know what this is even. I don't know what this is.
I think they built it for doing backflips.
Wait, what is the springs on the thing, man?
You see the springs? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think the springs are to keep it from hitting the harmonic balancer, to keep this shit from hitting the balancer.
Tension springs keep it down.
I suppose it wheelies like a motherfucker, just that much weight back there.
I want to see. I wish this was a better picture so I can read what it says on the door.
It says this is a piece of shit.
This is honestly, if I had to choose between these two pictures, I would go with the fucking 4x4 one instead of this thing.
It's like,
I didn't expect that.
How do you pick, man? Like, do you want to be, shot in the left arm or the right arm? It's just the same, just awful. This is the shits too. I'm going shits. Double Fiero shits from a Fiero lover.
Yeah.
I don't know how you've done it.
This is Fiero shits. There's one good thing about that picture. I kind of like that. Is that an S10 or a Sonoma back there? I like that. That has a good stance on it.
It's so bad that he's like looking for cars in the background.
I can't look
tiny fucking S10 back there. Look at that.
It's got a spoiler on it.
Oh my god, this is no. Yeah, no, stop, Randy. No.
Curse you for this.
It's fine.
Cursed images, I swear.
I saw it, I laughed. I instantly thought it was shit, so I mean,
everybody.
You gotta try it out. Try it out.
Someone else got something here, or?
I do not. All the ones I've sent, I think you guys have already seen.
I got this one for Randy Bats. The big Batman fan that he is. I got
the fucking Beetle Bat.
That's what you need to change your gamer tag to, Beetle Bat.
Yeah, dude.
Why would they take my favorite Batmobile and do this to it?
With your favorite Beetle.
It's like he's fucking late for everything, driving a shitty, broken down Volkswagen Beetle Batmobile. What do you think that's made out of? Like fucking.
That's definitely a trash can lid on the front.
Oh, I got one. I got one that we need to talk about right here because this is gonna take. I think we all can agree we like flip up headlights, but what about this one?
Wait, we're not done with this Batman one. Send it over, but we're not done with.
I'm sending it. I'm sending it, but
What do you think
we're
about
not.
this Batman one, dude?
No, get it away. I'd rather drive that yellow van next to it. Jesus Christ.
I'm not done with it. Look at the front. Look at the lights on the front. On the left,
Stickers.
on the left of the picture there, you see how that fucker's crooked? They're both crooked.
They're fucking stickers.
How do you know they're stickers?
like-
they look like
they
they're
took
in there.
They took a piece of that
They
reflective
are stickers, aren't
red
they?
and white fucking reflectors and cut them and put them on there. Like, oh yeah, this is my lights.
Holy
They're
shit! I
fucking
didn't notice
crooked.
that it has a thing on the back too. Like what the, like okay, you see that circle on the door? Like somebody just welded a circle there. Like that's not anything.
It isn't anything yet.
In the
it's
Burton
everything.
Batmobile, it did have something of some kind of resemblance to that, but just fucking no.
Even the welds look ugly. Like
Yeah, Batman.
even the welds look ugly on the front of the car. Like, do you see that shit? Like, oh my god.
This is definitely
like-
built in a third world country.
I love when they customize cars in the third world countries, and they just got these like cardboard hanging off for plastic. It's like,
Like, half the hood's like fucking smashed in, the roof's like missing like
Ah.
quarter of it.
on a future episode, we need to have that kid with his fucking cardboard supercar.
Was it that was the one with the bicycle, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It
It'll
has
do, dude,
lights.
that's the thing.
Lovely.
Here's a good point. Here's a good time to say, man. You can. We'll rate your rides. You can send us weird shit you find, as long as we haven't done it before. DM us on Twitter at the Cell Podcast, CEL. Check engine light, you get it. The Cell Podcast. Or what's the email, Randy?
Oh, it's Check Engine Light Podcast at
There you go.
gmail.com.
Send us your car. Send us your friend's car who thinks he's got a hot shit car, and then we'll shit on it, and then you can show him on YouTube, and he can send us bombs in the mail, probably.
Are people still sending SARS? Is that still a thing in the mail?
No.
Or what were they sending? I don't know.
Some lady tried to send something just last week. We're hitting all of the algorithms here of YouTube to totally monetize this and take this to the fucking moon, dude. So it's all the great algorithm shit to take this to the top.
Yeah, you can't say the C word on YouTube. Do not say the C word.
All right, so
Okay.
Batman Beetle is the shits, obviously.
That's a shit. That is
What-
a shit. Sticker
Not a
shit.
doubt.
Okay, so what do we have here?
Okay, we like flip up headlights. I think
feel
we
like
can all
I
agree-
sent this one to you guys before.
we can all agree we like flip up headlights. I just wanted to bring this back up from the dead just so we could talk about this. So we have flip up headlights, but they don't flip up from the front, they flip up from the side.
Yeah. All I see is Johnny 5. That's what I said when you first sent it to me. Your mother was a snowblower, dude.
Your mother was a slow blower.
Yeah.
Fuck. I don't hate it.
It's when he's mad, dude. It's when he's like Johnny 5 when he's angry.
No disassemble.
More than a woman to me.
I don't hate it. I like it.
I hate
do
it.
not hate it.
I like it if they would have done it right. To me, personally, it looks like they just fucking velcroed some flashlights to the side of it.
You know, you're not wrong there.
Yeah, it does. It does look like that. It could
Like,
have
they
been.
had a
bet-
full housing, maybe.
I don't know. It looks angry. I don't know,
It
man.
could have been
I
better.
like the
executed.
angry. I like the angry look, but
Especially on that year. I think that's the only year of Trans Am or Firebird or whatever that, whatever it is at that point. But I think it works on that year alone.
Mm.
It won't work on any other year.
There you go.
notice in that third picture there, the lights are off, but yet they're still flipped up, which means they
It's-
probably don't flip down.
Probably don't. So this is not a flip up
Defeats
hit
the purpose, I think.
of a flip up.
Yeah. Flip up headlights are a pain in the dick. You just
Fucking
leave them
figure it
open,
out, boys.
you know? And I had an Accord with flip up headlights. You had the exact same Accord. As me,
Exact one,
Randy.
yep.
But I never closed them because if you did, you didn't know if they were going to fucking open again. I just left them open all the time.
At least the one on the driver's side.
At least, I mean, on my Trans Am, I had flip-up headlights, and closer to the end of me owning that thing, or like when I parked it, I was having to like open the hood and like turn that little. They had like a little motor with a little. Yeah, to manually turn them, so you just kind of turn that and it would open them. It happened to me a couple of times. I was hella embarrassed, but I mean, I still love my flip-up headlights.
Oh, wait, they built in a thing. They're like, oh, when this fails, and trust us, it will fail.
It was a Pontiac. Of course it was going to fail. But...
Building excitement, dude. All right. Well, I think we're pretty much at the end of it. I'll send you maybe one more, and we'll call it a day. So let's go full stupid here. We've got a you know, this guy here, you know, he calls his wife mother, right?
Well, this is all fake. This is all fake.
We do fake ones too. We do fantasy designs.
Whose fucking fantasy was this?
Somebody who gets off smelling
life
shoes
is
and
just
shit.
A fantasy. Can this be your fantasy life? No, that's just horrible. I don't like that. No.
Shoe fucker.
As a lover of shoes, and I do love shoes, that is not. I don't know. Is he married to the woman that lived in a shoe? To the
mother?
Man a shoe?
He calls his wife mother. He asks, yeah, he smells her shoes and jacks off into him. You ever see that thing where that dude's fucking his shoe? I mean, there's definitely a fetish for it. And I bet this guy's like the king of it.
Especially like a nice leather loafer like that, or what is it, an Oxford?
I don't know. I figured I'd save the stupidest thing for last.
This is a good ending. I'm not even gonna.
I feel like this didn't even warrant being in the fucking show at all.
Okay, you want one more?
Yeah, that's shit.
I need something to get the bad taste out of my mouth.
Okay, let me see here. I did have I have here. This is interesting. So we have old school 70s, 80s as Suburbans with Cadillac front ends.
Cadillac.
Oh, meow, we're talking. I like this. I could roll with this.
That green, they're both sexy too. The green and the black are fucking really awesome. The black with the red interior and shit. Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah, the black more so than the teal. Or chameleon.
I like them both.
I just had a really fucked up like thing to say. I don't think JFK would have been hurt in this thing, but I'm just. We're definitely getting demonetized and not going on YouTube ever again. But this is great.
At least if his brains would have been all contained in the back hatch area, you know, you could just spray it out.
Oh, but you wouldn't have been able to get those sweet shots of his wife trying to fucking crawl out of the
scoop up all the brains.
Imagine looking over and your loved one's fucking brains are hanging out. Holy fuck!
Oh my god, that's horrible. Okay, let's get away from the assassination. I'd like to say this is complete tits.
Yeah, it really is, right? Yeah, I'm going tits as well. I think these are awesome. They should have made these. Cadillac Escalade of OG, dude.
So it would have been a Cadillac Escalade OG.
Suburbans of this era are great, man. I spent a lot of time hunting in Suburbans like this, and they're tremendous vehicles.
Hunting for what?
Deer.
Snatch? Oh.
Young immigrant girls. Teenage runaways.
Deer. I spent a lot of time hunting for some strange in the back of a Suburban.
Vulnerable people.
Comes with a built-in candy dispenser. Is that what you're trying to say?
Deer, and fucking pheasants. We used to go out hunting all kinds of shit.
We spent a lot of time fucking rolling light bulbs in the back of a Suburban.
None this classy though.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a tits.
Yeah, dude, I'm going tits. Randy?
Definitely tits. I just have one recommendation. Maybe some better wheels. Maybe.
Yeah, they're definitely Cadillac style wheels. I mean,
they are, but I think that's too much. I feel like still being a Suburban, it should have a little bit more aggressive wheels. They just look like shitty Hot Wheels.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's sweet, dude. The idea of what an old school Escalade would be, fucking awesome. So, what did you say then? Tits.
Tits, yeah, definitely.
Clean sweep for tits. There you go. Hashtag clean sweep for tits.
Yeah,
I think that is going to do it, man. So, The Cell Podcast on Twitter. Check that shit out. Email us, DM us on Twitter, pictures of your car, other cars, weird shit you come across. And we'll be back in the future.
Yeah,
Do you have anything else
hopefully.
to say before we depart, gentlemen?
Nah, I'm good to go.
I guess Randy Bat's good to go too.
I think he's already gone.
He left 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, I quit saying shit because I'm done with this.
So
there it
you
is.
guys.
Like, favorite, and subscribe. But
Like.
that'll do it. We'll be back in the future. Until then, I don't know what. I should have a new slogan for this.
Yeah, we should. But I think this is
Keep
I need to
on
listen to this.
motoring.
Whip them out, maybe? Let's try that one. Whip up.
whip them out.
Yeah, tits or shit. That doesn't matter. Whip them out.
There you go.
What do you got?
That
We'll
works.
try it out. We'll try it out.
Try it
that
out.
works. Whip
Well,
your
that's
shit,
it for
whip it
us.
out.
I'm ending this show, goddammit. We'll see you again in the future.